The final stage of generating a proposal for our customer is to create a list of all the materials, a summary of the labour, and of course the total cost for completing the client's task. The process is under the heading of reporting. Reporting provides the opportunity to do supply only if you're a manufacturer or distributor, and supply and install if you're a contractor. So once we've applied all our materials, it might include underlayment, it might include insulation. In this particular case, I have all my fascia, gutter, downspouts, and all the roof sheets applied to the roof. I'm in the situation of being a contractor and I wish to prepare a client proposal, so I click on Supply and Install. And because I've previously saved this quote away, I decided to try one material and the customer wasn't happy, so I can create another material list and with a different material and recalculate the quote, and that's what I'm going to do. So I hit OK. The new calculation is done with a different material. Hopefully this will be to the client's satisfaction. So in this case we have a material and I can set the cost based on whatever the cost is for this material. That would typically be defined already, but in my case all the values are 0. And it allows me to go in and put whatever value I want. So the summary of all the materials that go into this job is provided in my list. All the accessory items are automatically calculated and all the other bits and pieces that go into doing such a job. In this particular case though, I've created a whole bunch of extra items. You define extras under setup, and it constitutes a I guess you'd say it's a checklist to make sure I don't forget anything. So by creating these extras, it forms a list that I go through and say, okay, now one of these things, I might need crane hire, so I'm going to need 3 days of crane hire because of difficult access on this job site. And because it was in my list, it forms an easy way to check that everything is correct. So I have a summary of labour, I have a summary of materials. Typically my costings would be my cost, and then I add markup to labour and markup to material. That's not compulsory, you can put your retail prices in if you wish. It's just a matter of doing that at the start. You cannot have a mix of cost or retail price. It's one or the other. So once I have my final price, I can adjust that price if I wish to. The tax is summarised at whatever the tax rate is, and that's also set under preferences. And I simply now go to print, and I select from a list of report templates. There's no limit to the number of different templates you have. The templates can be created in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, or indeed in our own CAD program. So I have a template here already. It's the quote acceptance form, so I'll add that to my list of reports to be printed, and then I simply select OK. Now this particular template is a Microsoft Word template, so what the software will do is fire up Microsoft Word and generate my quotation and automatically fill out based on the layout of the template. A picture of the roof is automatically applied to the template. An approximate scale is estimated by the software, and all the values that are extracted from my price. This particular template uses a process that we refer to as quote groups. I'm not itemizing every single material, I'm simply grouping them into particular areas for costing purposes. This is a function of the report generating process and is dealt with in a lot more detail in our manual and in another video. So that's the basic process of generating a report. Once this is in Word, you're actually able to use any of the tools that are in Word to edit this report if you wish to. Of course, if you edit here, there is no reconciliation back to the Roof Wizard estimate, so be cautious of that. But the important thing is that you don't have to edit anything here. Everything is automatically extracted all the way, including the pitch, the eave height and the rafter centers. Anything at all about this job that you've put into our estimate at the Roof Wizard stage can be extracted using what we call key text strings. So this is dealt with in the report defining process in another video, and we encourage you to go and have a look at that. So once our quotation is finished, we may go off and print another report, and that report might be, for example, a material cutting list, and that cutting list is also generated, and we are prompted to print. So it won't print because you can't see it anyway. So all these templates are for you to define. If you need a hand with creating these templates are key to extracting the right information from our AppliCad, and we encourage you to get in touch if you need something in particular. But there's nothing at all that's put into our software that you can't extract into a report. Well, that ends this video. If you have any questions, get in touch with our support team. Thanks for your time.